I I would please like to have that question answered. Let me ask first, are we on the record? Is there a court reporter present? Uh, Phyllis K. Webster, will you please recite your oath of office into the court?
All right, guys, buckle up. Today we've got another sovereign citizen who clearly thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, but spoiler alert, he's not. This dude came prepared with what looks like a $20 guidebook he found online, and is literally reading it word for word. You can see him struggling just to keep up with his own script, tripping over every other sentence. It's painfully obvious he doesn't even understand what he's saying. Like seriously, when has this ever orked? Saying the law doesn't apply to me while you're standing in a courtroom is just comedy at this point. It's embarrassing but kind of entertaining too. Honestly, the court should start giving out nice try trophies for these people. Anyway, let's roll the clip.
That's what I'm going to call now because it looks like it's between Mr. DeBus and Mr. Cochran. Well, I can't call, Mr. DeBus, you want to start your video? Okay, we are back on the record in 2023 TR 2777, State of Kansas versus Anthony Edward DeBus, with Jared Regier for the state, Mr. DeBus in person, and with standby counsel Darren Patterson. Standby because my prior contacts with Mr. DeBus led me to believe that he, even though he wants to represent himself, there's much about the legal system that he doesn't know or understand and would need the benefit, or would certainly benefit, period, from Mr. Patterson's representation. So, Mr. DeBus, at this time, you want to talk to Mr. Patterson and take advantage of his knowledge and experience in the legal system concerning this no driver's license charge, registration, and insurance violations?
Let me ask first, are we on the record? Is there a court reporter present?
Is there a court reporter present? This hearing is live. It is being recorded. Is someone sitting here with their little fingers clicking across the keyboard? No.
So you're saying that this is not currently a court of record?
This is a court of record because this is being recorded, subject to transcription at any time.
Okay. I would ask for a copy of that transcription.
Well, when you file a written motion and pay the transcription fee, sir, that will be arranged.
Okay. And Phyllis K. Webster, will you please recite your oath of office into the court of record then today?
No, sir, I will not.
Why are you refusing to do so?
Let's move along.
I would please like to have that question answered. On another note, I am appearing specially, not generally.
Man, this guy's really something else. I can't tell if he's pretending to be slow, or if he really just doesn't get it. Maybe it's a mix of both. And now he's asking the judge to repeat her oath. Like, dude, what are you doing? That's not a cheat code. Judges take their oath when they start the job, not every time a random person tells them to. These guys always think they've cracked some secret system they found on YouTube. They go to court, say a bunch of nonsense, and then act shocked when it doesn't work. News flash, it never works. None of these sovereign citizen cases ever end well. Let's keep going. I can't wait to see how much worse this gets.
And when I was elected subsequently, now, what is it I can help you with today? Do you want a trial, a jury trial, or do you want to enter a plea today?
It seemed like last time we had court, you entered the plea for me.
I did, because you would not.
Okay.
But yet what you were saying suggested you wanted a trial, so I entered the not guilty plea and set it for trial. Somewhere along the line, you led me to believe you wanted a jury trial as opposed to a bench trial. Had I been making the decision, I probably would have said bench trial. But somewhere along the line, you've made comments to make me think you wanted a jury trial. Now, I have not seen, let me double check. I don't think, Mr. DeBoos, that you have filed any kind of demand or request or notice for jury trial. Have you?
I thought that was entered into the last court session.
Well, I don't think you filed any motion. You told me you apparently you told me you wanted a jury trial, but you never followed through.
I thought that was a decision that we made as the court.
Well, you and I did not make a decision of any kind. Mr. Patterson, do you believe it's acceptable for him to just say he wants a jury trial?
Your Honor, pursuant to case law, because there are at least up to 1 year in the county jail possible, if it's ever consecutive, then case law would state that he has a right to a jury trial.
Agreed, but does he not need to put something in writing to that effect that he wants one? That was my question.
Because there's an absolute right to jury trial, he would not have to put it in writing. It would have to be specifically waived by him, Your Honor, and I don't think he's done a waiver.
Very well. Do you agree with that, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, what I can say at this time is pursuant to KSA 6238 subsection B, quote, on any issuable trial by right by a jury, a party may demand a jury trial by serving the other parties with a written demand, which may be included in a pleading no later than 14 days after the last pleading directed to the issue is served, and found the demand in accordance with KSA 6205 and amendments thereto.
Mr. Patterson, in spite of that statutory language, do you think he needs to waive his right to jury trial? Did I hear that right?
Absolutely, Judge. Pursuant to case law, and I don't dispute the statute whatsoever, but there is certain case law that makes it a constitutional right to a jury trial if the sentence would be up to a year in the county jail, and in this case, consecutively, it could be up to a year, the longest possible maximum. So it would have to be waived by him, and he would not have to make anything in writing to receive that.
But you don't believe that case law overrules the statutory law, or do you?
This is a constitutional right we're talking about, Your Honor. It would trump the statute.
Okay. So
The judge finally gave up talking to him and is just focusing on the lawyers now. And honestly, that's the best move she could have made. She's handling it perfectly. No arguing, no patience for nonsense, just pure professionalism. It's rare to see a judge completely ignore a sovereign citizen meltdown, but this one nailed it. And of course, it's over Zoom, because these guys always act tougher when they're hiding behind a screen at home. If this was in person, I bet he'd be way quieter. It's kind of hilarious watching him try to argue with the law like it's a debate club. Major props to the judge for staying calm and shutting him down without even raising her voice. Let's jump back in.
A short recess, I can find that.
well, now before you go to that, now, Mr. DeBoos, do you have any idea what's going on here?
I, as a common man, do not comprehend the legalese that you guys are using together. I can look up statutes and case law myself, and considering that this is dealing with a common right to all people granted to us in restriction of government entities for the people itself, I comprehend that I have my right to jury trial, which I think Mr. Patterson, in his brief support towards this and towards me, towards my right to a jury trial, although I do not fully comprehend the legalese that is going on within the association between Jared Regier, and yourself, Phyllis K. Webster.
All right, well, Mr. DeBoos, the point is you do have the right to represent yourself, and you've told me you want to represent yourself, and I've asked Mr. Patterson to stand by, and you've already used him here for this purpose. So here's the thing, Mr. DeBoos. No, let me talk now, Mr. DeBoos. Here's the thing. If you're going to represent yourself, you need to be able to make your own arguments. You need to be able to cite your own law. And if you cannot do that, you have the right to legal assistance, which is why Mr. Patterson is here. And you've already this quickly run into a legal snag that he's made the argument for you. Does it not make sense to you, and do you not want to have his legal assistance to let him represent you?
I do not wish to be represented by an attorney whose duty first is to the courts and not to their clients. And if we're speaking on rights in regards to laws and statutes, the arrest made on me by Deputy K. Barriquet was an unlawful arrest for
we're not going on
22-2401.
We're not going down that path right now, sir. Well, the issue is, so you do want a jury trial. Are you ready to proceed on Wednesday, Mr. DeBoos?
May I ask that there be an extension so that way I may fully research?
If there's one thing these sovereign citizens have, it's confidence. Like, how can you know absolutely nothing about the law, risk going to jail, and still act like a genius? It's wild. They show up with their fake legal terms, argue with real judges, and still think they're winning. It's almost impressive how wrong they are, but so sure of themselves. Sometimes I wonder if they actually believe this stuff, or if they're just pretending for attention. Either way, they never learn. Every time, same result, 0 wins, maximum embarrassment. What do you guys think? Are they just that clueless or trying to be funny?
Procedure.
Although you are in an administrative court under the state of Kansas Corporation, correct?
I'm here in a criminal traffic trial, and I am not an administrative law judge. So here's what we're going to do. How much time do you want this continued for?
30 days or so seems to be a standard.
Well, my next available jury trial date would be October 2nd and 3rd. So
2024.
2024. So that's when I will continue this at your request to. I'll grant your continuance, but that's my next available date. And your pretrial will be September 30th, 2024. Do you have any objections to that?
No objections.
And Mr. Patterson, do you have any legal authority that suggests that I reaffirm my oath for him? Do you have anything that says I should do that?
Judge, I'm afraid I've never researched that issue, never heard that issue.
All right. Well, same here. I do have my oath in front of me. Keep it handy, but I don't see the need to repeat that. It was good enough for the Supreme Court of Kansas.
I've got to say, this judge deserves an award. She handled this guy like a pro. It was like watching someone calmly brush away a buzzing fly. When she completely ignored his fake arguments and moved on, you could tell it crushed his ego. She basically ripped up his little playbook right in front of him, without even trying. And he's still facing jail time. Imagine thinking you can beat the system by asking the judge to repeat her oath. Like, dude, come on. He even admitted he doesn't know the law, but still chose to represent himself. That's like saying you can't swim, then jumping in the deep end anyway. These people truly live in their own world. Anyway, what did you guys think? Did the judge handle it perfectly? Or did this guy actually believe he was winning? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more wild court moments.